In this lesson, we will take a look at how to calculate the area of a triangle. So the area of a triangle is the space inside of the triangle. The base and the height of a triangle are perpendicular to each other, meaning they form a right angle, which is 90 degrees. To find the area of a triangle, we use the formula base times height divided by 2. And remember that units for area are written as units squared. Now, there is a relationship between the area formula of a rectangle and the area formula of a triangle. The only difference here is that you are dividing by 2 if you want to find the area of a triangle. Now let's show the relationship as to why we divide by 2. So let's take a rectangle that has the dimensions of 5 centimeters and 7 centimeters. Okay? Now, if we wanted to find the area of this rectangle, we would do base times height, so 5 times 7, and that would give us the space inside of the rectangle. But if we wanted the area of a triangle with the dimensions of 5 centimeters and 7 centimeters, you can see here that it's half of the area of the rectangle with the same dimensions, which is why we multiply the base times the height, which would give us this whole area, and we cut it in half. We divide by 2 to get just half of the area, which would be the area of that triangle with the same dimensions. So let's take a look at some examples. Here we have number 1. Here we have a base of 5 inches and a height of 3 inches. Notice the 90-degree angle there. All right, so to find the area of this triangle, we multiply the base times the height, and then we divide by 2. So here we have 5 times 3 divided by 2. All right, so we know 5 times 3 is 15, so 15 divided by 2, let's work that out really quick. 2 goes into 1 0 times, 2 goes into 15 7 times, 2 times 7 is 14, subtract, 15 minus 14 is 1, drop down to 0, 2 goes into 10 5 times, 2 times 5 is 10, subtract, remainder of 0. So that means that the area, let me change that to purple here. So the area of this triangle is 7.5 inches squared. Number 2, we have a base of 7 feet and a height of 11 feet. To find the area, we're going to multiply the base times the height. So base times height, and then we're going to divide by 2. So let's substitute. We have 7 times 11 divided by 2. 7 times 11 is 77. So 77 divided by 2 is the area. 2 goes into 7 3 times. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract, we get a remainder of 1. Bring down the 7. 2 goes into 17. 8 times. 2 times 8 is 16. Subtract, we get a remainder of 1. Bring down to 0. 2 goes into 10. 5 times. We get 10. So we get a remainder of 0. It's a little crammed there. So then the area of this triangle, not rectangle. So the area of this triangle is 38.5 feet squared. All right. Let's take a look at a couple more examples. We have a triangle with a base of 5 centimeters and a height of 7 centimeters. Now this is similar to that example that we were doing, except now we're working with a triangle with dimensions of 5 and 7. To find the area, we multiply the base times the height and then divide by 2. So that means we're going to multiply 5 times 7 and then divide by 2. 5 times 7 is 35. So 35 divided by 2 half of 35. 2 goes into 3 one time. 2 times 1 is 2. Subtract, get a remainder of 1, bring down the 5. 2 goes into 15 7 times. 2 times 7 is 14. Subtract, we get a remainder of 1. Bring down a 0. 2 goes into 10 5 times. 2 times 5 is 10. Remainder of 0. So the area of a triangle with a base of 5 and a height of 7 is 17.5 centimeters squared. All right, number 4, we have a triangle with a base of 7 and a height of 3. Again, notice the right angle. So the area is base times height divided by 2. That means that would be 7 times 3 divided by 2. 7 times 3 is 21. So then half of 21, 21 divided by 2. 2 goes into 2 one time. 2 times 1 is 2. Subtract. 2 minus 2 is 0. Bring down the 1. Okay, now here we want to know how many times 3 goes into 1, which is none, so 0. Next, we bring down a 0. So 2 goes into 10 5 times. 2 times 5 is 10. Remainder of 0. So the area of this triangle is 10.5 inches squared. All right. So here are some examples, some problems for you to try out on your own. Let's go ahead and summarize. The area of a triangle is the space inside of the perimeter of the triangle. The base and the height of a triangle are always perpendicular to one another, which means they form a 90-degree angle. Remember, this is shown with the little square. The formula is base times height divided by 2. And remember that units for area are written as units squared. I hope this lesson has been helpful, and if you have any questions, don't forget to reach out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.